All right, we're talking Holy Cross softball, Joe Ross, with this Joe. Another season, exciting times, and getting ready. The weather's been pretty cooperative overall in the spring, and regular season will be here next week. So, what are you looking forward to with this crew this year?
To getting started, we have a good nucleus returning. We have 8 returning starters from last year, and we got some freshmen that came in. They're going to make an impact, and we're pretty optimistic once we get through and start to play games.
As far as pitching, usually starts in high school softball with pitching. Sometimes you're searching for a few, sometimes you have one, then you have another. So it's hit or miss.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We're pretty deep pitching. We returned Mia Scalise, who was our number 1 last year. She's a senior this year. Throws the ball really well, spins the ball, is really working on her spins and movements. And the maturity that she's gained over the last 3 years in our program, they'll pay dividends again, and she'll carry the bulk of the innings for us. We also have Ava Schmidt, who's a sophomore, that expects to contribute. So we're kind of in a position where we have some options available. We have 2 freshmen in that throw the ball really well. We're pretty deep from a pitching standpoint, but there's no doubt Mia Scalise and Ava Schmidt will be the front 2 for us.
About 23 strong there at Holy Cross. That's a nice number for a small school. Talk a little bit about, having some depth and, trying to get girls experience and learning from the older players.
So one of the things that we do, we carry everybody in the program. We have 23 in the varsity JV program. We carry everybody in practice every day, and we practice with all 23. We go out, it gets repetitions, and for us, for the younger kids who may not be starting varsity, they get the rhythm of what varsity softball looks like, how competitive you have to be, how hard you have to work, how I am as a coach, how our other coaching staff conducts themselves in practice in the games. I just believe that the transition from junior varsity to varsity is significantly easier from that. And we use our players, we'll get them in. I think it's invaluable to have people that may not be a contributor as a starter, but could help as a courtesy runner, a pinch runner. In softball, you have the benefit of the DP flex. We have some people now that started their career with us. Allison Ross, my daughter, is one of them. Her freshman, sophomore year, she was mainly a runner, but she got used to what it's like at the varsity level and then wound up starting and playing every inning until she got hurt as a junior.
I'm sure you soak up every moment you could, opportunity with your daughter to coach her and be around her and get to meet these families and their friends.
Exactly. It's been, I can't say enough, and people ask me about that. Coaching my daughters has just been a surreal experience. Coaching at Holy Cross is just unique and different. We're afforded an opportunity there that we get significant support from the administration. It's difficult at times, and I know everybody has the popular perception of private schools, but to take kids from different areas and blend them together in such a short period of time is not the easiest thing to do. And we're fortunate. We get good kids that play the game the right way. We get good parents that are supportive, and we have some standards in our program that I hold as the head coach very, very close to and dear to me that we won't violate. And one of them is the parent involvement. We treat our kids, try to make them accountable, and we have our preseason parent meeting when we talk to the parents about just let us coach your kids. We know everybody has in today's day a pitching coach, a hitting coach. Everybody wants to be the All-American. Everybody has to be the starter, but the team is bigger than us. And for us, the main thing is the team, and the main thing will always be the main thing.
Great to hear those words. And you talk about the lineup. You got some power in there. You got some girls who can get on base. Talk a little bit about offensively.
That makes you a lot smarter as a coach, right? When you get some talent.
Sure.
We have, when you start looking at us, it starts with Mia Galella. Mia Galella is a junior, a power hitter extraordinary. She just murders the ball. She's committed to Boston College, and she'll lead the way for us offensively. But one of the things that I like when you look through our lineup, starting at the top, we have Ava, who's a plus base runner. Ava Schmidt will lead off. Allison Ross will bat second. She's primarily a slapper, bunter. Both Mia Galella and Allison Ross returned last year. They were all-state 2A last year. We have depth. We have Peyton Grabowski, who transferred to us from Western Wayne. That'll make a lot of people happy. So Peyton came in, and she's going to fit right nicely in our lineup. High contact people, and we'll go probably 8-9 deep that can swing the bat. We have some kids that will bunt and manufacture some runs. I think we're going to be aggressive on the base paths. We have some freshmen in that I think will help and contribute early on in the process, one of which being Jules Galella, Mia's sister. We have Megan Hasse, Natalie Charles, Gianna Coroniti, Emma Scalise, Claire Hellring, a freshman, Lila Cucharno, a freshman. All these kids, with the exception of the freshmen, were part of the mix last year. So they know what the expectation is, and they know when we go to play teams give us their best effort. It's exactly the way we want it.
We always hear about, exhibitions more so probably in basketball than football. Really can't do too much, but let's talk a little bit about on the softball path as far as some contests that aren't in the league. You try to schedule who you could.
Okay, so one of the things that I do, and I guess as I get older, you get colder more, right? And I don't play a lot of games in March. We got rained out today. We were supposed to play Lackawanna Trail today, and we got rained out. Most of our exhibition games are scheduled for late April, early May. I take the reverse slant on, and then because of the depth that we do have in our program, we do our 2 scrimmages, and then we play a lot of inter-squad. And then, green-white team, and we'll get an umpire, we'll hire an umpire and just make it as realistic as possible. And then we backweight all our exhibition games. So in the last 2 weeks of April and the first week of May, we play Abington Heights, Holy Redeemer, West Scranton, Scranton High School, and Valley View. There are other 5. So what we're doing is really at the peak time of our season, getting ready for district and hopefully state play. We're playing a high level of competition, and my girls I believe that we start to develop a routine and a process, and they're used to competing. And I think that's what we need to do is get our kids to compete and recognize that winning and losing is a byproduct of competition.
Love the schedule. Love what you and your program stand for there at Holy Cross. Coach, always great to catch up with you.
John, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.